you know what an advanced care plan is? Will it help if I say living will and durable power of attorney? Ah, yeah, that's more familiar to most people. Okay, now, how many of you, please be honest with me, how many of you have one that's been completed? Well, good. Congratulations. You're heading in the right direction, and that's really important. But I'm not going to let you off the hook just because you have one. Because there's more than just completing a document. There's having the conversation with your family, with your friends, with your healthcare provider, and with other people with whom you may come in contact. And if you haven't had the conversation, you need to do that. The conversation is critical to people being able to care for you as you want to be cared for as you age. For those of you, I'm going to let you all think for a few minutes about who you should have spoken to or who you should yet speak to regarding your plan. And I'm going to talk for a few seconds with those people who don't have a plan. Trust me, it's not too late. You folks are here today, so you can have the ability and the capability of doing it. The question is, do you have the will and the interest in doing it? You need to first have the conversation with yourself. What is it I want? Whether it's healthcare needs, whether it's where I want to live, how I want to be treated. And basically, the advanced care plan goes into effect when you can no longer speak for yourself. And so at that point in time, if people don't know what you want, if you haven't written it down and you haven't had that conversation, they don't know how to treat you. As a healthcare worker and a nurse, when I take care of a patient, I took care of a gentleman not long ago. His name was John. He said he couldn't speak to me anymore, but he had a beautifully crafted durable power of attorney for health care, living will, advanced care plan. Everything was in order, including phone numbers. Wow, that's unusual. And that was really great. I called Fred, and I said, Fred, do you know John so-and-so? He said, oh yeah, I was his next door neighbor 30 years ago. I said, well, he said, how's John doing? I said, well, that's why I'm calling. He's not doing well. And he's named you as his durable power of attorney for health care. Fred, with a few expletives, said, me? I haven't got a clue what he wants. Why would he name me? Well, we lost the ability to talk to somebody who knew John and how he wanted to be cared for. Yes, we had the living will and durable power of attorney, which does help, but you cannot always anticipate what your needs are going to be at that point. So it's important for you who don't have one to execute one and have that conversation. And as I move back now to those people who have one, have you thought about who you have to have that conversation with? Please do, because it's a gift to know what you are like. We actually keep the 5 wishes, which is one of the tools that we use, and some of you have stopped by and said you actually have one. We use those at the bedside for patients who can't speak for themselves. It helps the providers understand a little bit more about you and what you want and what your expectations are, whether it is that you want a massage or whether it is that you want somebody to play classical music for you, whether you want visitors or don't want visitors. All these things help us understand a little bit better about you and what you want. So, it's a gift you give your family. That gift helps you because you get the care that you want. It helps your family because it doesn't put them in the guilt trip of, oh my gosh, what should I do? Should I do this or that? What would mom want? If you've written it down and communicated with them, they'll know that. So for all of you, have the conversation, document your desires, and be able to give the gift and avoid the crisis.